Hamdi, we've had a lot of interest from readers, and I want to go to or viewers, and I want to go to a viewer question now that really sort of resonates in your own personal experience as an immigrant, but also in the kinds of people you have hired at Chobani, who I think include maybe as many as 30% immigrants and refugees. And this question comes to us from the Netherlands. It comes from Hollis Kerman, and Hollis asks, how can you best convince other companies, as well as the US government and population, that offering refugees and immigrants the opportunity to participate in the economy is not only the right thing to do, but also makes economic sense? Great question from the Netherlands.
Such an amazing question. Thank you, Hollis, for this question. I love Netherlands. We studied that effort, and I'll come to you in a second. When I started Chobani, when we hired everybody back in that community that used to work in that factory, we expanded into Utica, where I used to live. It's a small, mid-sized town, about 30 miles north of the town that I had the factory. And I realized, and they told me that there are legally settled refugees in this town, that they are having a hard time finding jobs. So I went to refugee settlement agency. This is early days of Chobani, I would say 2009. And I said, what's the problem? And they said, well, they have right to work. They are eager to work, but they don't speak the language. Often they don't have driver license and cars. And then there's the other dimension, that unfamiliarity, that people are having, a little bit shy away from it. So I said, why don't we start? We're hiring everybody. For me, it was a community involvement, and I wanted everybody in the community to come be part of this journey. And I said, why don't we hire some cars and buses, we get some translators, and we train them in the factory, and I'm pretty sure that our people in the plant and our community will welcome them. That journey has started not just, hey, what can I do for refugees and immigrants? I wanted to open these doors and walls to everyone in the community, regardless of their background. That was my initial thoughts. As it came to 2015-16, and this topic refugee became really high on, public opinion, a lot of conversations, on political platform, and often I heard a lot of negativity. It hurt me because these were my brothers and sisters, and I would rely most of our Chobani's success to people in our plants, and of course, they are directly involved on Chobani's growth and Chobani's success because of what they have contributed. And it bothered me, and I brought a TV station and said, well, these are all my brothers and sisters. We work shoulder to shoulder together. What is the problem? Why are we so negative about talking about refugees? They are the people who are forced to leave, and often they lose everything they have, right? Their jobs, their homes, and most of the time their loved ones. And they go through this enormous difficult journey. And when they come to a new community, they are ready to get back to life. They're ready to participate. They're ready to be part of the community and provide to their homes and their children and family members. And I went to Geneva and see how I can help refugees that attack Yazidis. And when I realized that there were no businesses involved in this topic refugee, other than a few on providing some tents and some blankets. Knowing what has happened at Chobani and from my live experience, and I thought, if I could create something that asked companies and businesses to hire, train, and advocate for refugees, this would be something interesting. So I launched Tent Partnership for Refugees in 2016. And today, Tent is organized in Europe and America. And we have 300 large companies, part of Tent Partnership Refugees. And I am pleased. Actually, I can't, have this, mindset that we solve this problem. But I am pleased how American companies and now European companies are participating in a very active way of hiring and training refugees, simply because data is very real. What data shows you is the minute you hire the refugees, that's the minute the refugee stop being a refugee. That's the minute they stand on their own feet. That's the minute they provide to their families. That's the minute they feel like human beings again, because they don't want handouts. They really want a second chance for them to participate in life. On the second part, this is really good for business. And we've done a lot of economic studies. We have done a lot of market studies. What happens on the productivity, what happens on innovation, what happens on culture of those companies is something that you cannot capture with value. And the third thing is we really don't have any other chance, right? These are the people who are ready to get into work and ready to participate in life. And if we are going to isolate them, and if we are not going to be conscious of them, is going to be, the problem is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So the best solution for us is for companies and businesses to come and participate in this, also for refugees and immigrants, but also for the companies. And we just launched our Sunflower project in Europe. I was there 2 weeks ago in UK and Paris, and we're going to have in June our business summit, where we have tens of hundreds of companies already participating, committing to hire Ukrainian women refugees in Europe for them to be part of life again. So this model, I am pleased that I took it from Chobani example, and through Tent, we applied to US, we applied to Europe, and now we are going to South America and other parts of the world.